Hi, I'm Tony Leone, and this is my grandparents' home, 311 Logan. I started remodeling it several years ago, and we are now trying to comply with the city ordinances and make it a viable piece of property. It sits in the middle of all my parking lots. The original permit said we did not have a street address on the house. Of course, these are the original street numbers where 311 Logan has always been identified. This is a beautiful lobby. It's referred to as bead and bar woodwork, and it dates back, we believe, to the late 1800s, maybe even earlier than that. This is the front parlor, and as you can see, we have taken out the plaster ceilings and kept the 2x6 beams with flooring above to give it kind of a natural look. This beam was placed here from the architect to give the second floor structural strength. This beam goes all the way down to the floor and is fastened into the cellar basement to give the second floor plenty of stability. As you can see, we have wiring, all commercial wiring that has been roughed in. It will end up connecting to a 200-watt box downstairs when we connect the box and bring electricity onto the site. This is the original living room that is an atrium ceiling. We have taken all the insulation, the old insulation out, put in new bat insulation, and put beaded porch ceiling. Gives it a dramatic effect, kind of an atrium. We're going to put a rail around it, 4 foot, to make sure that if anybody is upstairs, they can't fall into the living room. Of course, the upstairs is not going to be public. It's going to be there for just archival storage. The view out the windows is spectacular of the Capitol building, and we're very proud of that. This is an additional room off of the living room that was once my grandparents' bedroom that entered into bathrooms, but now the bathrooms are commercial-sized toilets ready to be adapted. This is the original dining room with, again, the floorboards and beams exposed. The view of the Capitol is a spectacular sight from this room. These are two, what you refer to from accessibility standpoints as toilet rooms. They will only have sinks and toilets. They are 60-some inches wide, which meets all Illinois accessibility codes. All the old plumbing has been removed and ready for new configuration. This is a mail drop box room. Someone can come down here and receive any type of payments for Leone parking. It also has an exposed ceiling at this point with another commercial fan. This room is my father's old bedroom and will serve as a place to keep the books for Leone parking. The second floor will be used for archival storage for records, photographs, prints. It will be up here and will not be accessible to the public. It does have a great view of the front living room, and it will have a rail around it to protect any accidental falling. The house was tuck pointed several years ago and keeps the basement very, very dry for an old brick cellar. We're in the basement cellar, and as you can see, we have tuck pointed the entire basement, the outer walls and the inner walls. We've put a structural beam up, held up by 4 joists and another joist in the middle of the room to make sure that we are as structurally sound as a brand new home, maybe even more so. 311 Logan is a single structure that sits basically in the middle of all my parking lots. It doesn't have any effect on neighborhood value, and in fact, I think it looks pretty good for a house as old as it is, and when we're done, it's going to be quite a beauty.